congrats to the LA Rams, Super Bowl champs. They certainly were a big topic of conversation this past season because their last first-round pick came in 2016. Sort of breaks a lot of the traditional roster-building tactics. Historically, teams covet those draft picks. It makes sense because the draft has always been a great way to land superstar talent. The 49ers with Bill Walsh did this. The Cowboys with Jimmy Johnson did this. But draft picks come with a risk because it's hard to predict how a college kid is going to perform in the NFL. And the Rams decided to take that risk out of the equation. They opted for proven talents like Matthew Stafford, Von Miller, Odell Beckham Jr., and those additions paid off last night. Stafford throwing for 3 touchdowns. Miller had a pair of sacks. And for years, we've heard that the way to build a championship team is through the draft. But with the way LA season turned out, maybe there's a new blueprint to win a Super Bowl. And I know a lot of people have talked about who should have been the MVP. Well, Cooper Kupp got it, but this is what you have to understand. I think with the votes being tabulated before the 2-minute warning, Aaron Donald, to me, was the most valuable player last night. Because if you're going to make this argument, hey, the Bengals knew Cooper Kupp was going to get the ball. They double-teamed him. Well, Aaron Donald is double-teamed on every play, sometimes triple-teamed on every play. And while he had a quiet first half when they needed him the most, I thought that those stops were a difference maker. And Cooper Kupp was wonderful. But I thought that Aaron Donald was the most valuable player. Cooper Kupp, he did what you wanted him to do with Odell Beckham not being in there. Even the 4th down run that he had, they went to him 3 consecutive times. He gets the touchdown against Eli Apple. That's the game winner. But I think if you voted when the game was over, now they have to do it. They have to do it prior to the 2-minute warning because when we get ready to hand out the Super Bowl trophy, we have to know who the MVP is because they're going to be up there on the podium. Yes, Eden.
What is that? You're hitting it here a bit, but what is that process of voting for the Super Bowl MVP? What are the mechanics of that? I know it's okay before the 2 minutes, you have to get the votes in, but is there more detail to that?
I don't know who votes and how they tabulate the votes. I don't know that other than I was told that they do it right before the 2-minute drill.
Right, because from your side of things, if you're handing out the trophy and you have to do all of that, you just need to know the name, right?
Yeah.
But not necessarily the process leading up to it.
But the 2-minute warning, I shouldn't say 2-minute drill, the 2-minute warning, you have to have the votes tabulated. And I think, and look, either they could have done co-MVPs. Now, I understand this. I didn't think Tom Brady deserved it when the Patriots beat Seattle. It should have been Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler was the most valuable player because without him, they don't win that Super Bowl. Brady, even when they beat the Falcons, you could have given that to James White, couldn't you? Didn't he have an unbelievable game there?
Yeah, especially late.
Yeah. So, we hand out that trophy, and sometimes we don't even realize Santonio Holmes won it. And people probably don't realize that. Ben, to me, should have won it because he led the 2-minute drill. They beat Arizona. He threw the ball in the perfect place for Santonio Holmes. Santonio Holmes.
Tansonio.
Something Holmes. What's up, Holmes?